Hey, what's up, world? Welcome back to another episode of Just Grow It, the podcast. I'm your host, Big City Gardener. And if you're wondering why I do not have a guest on today's show, well, that is because I have started these, more informative podcasts or these more informative episodes where I like to dive deeper into some topics that are related to gardening. So that I can help improve everybody's gardening, right? We're just trying to get our gardening game better. And that is what we are focusing on these current episodes of the podcast. So let's quit wasting time and get straight to it. Today, I'm going to give you 4 tips to make sure or to help ensure that you are watering your garden properly. All right. And that's because we all know that one of the most critical factors when it comes to garden or gardening successfully is water and access to water. If you listen to the last episode, you know that I said that is one of the 3 most important factors whenever I look to set up a new garden, or better yet, when anybody is setting up a new garden. One of the most important things is to have access to water. And now once we have that access to water, we want to make sure that we are watering properly. Wait, you didn't know that there was a proper way to water your garden? You thought you could just grab the hose and just make it rain all on the plants? Nope, that's not correct. So let's get straight to it. Tip number 1 for, how to make sure that you're watering properly. The first tip is to make sure that you are watering in the morning. All right. Now, why am I telling you to water in the morning? Because it is usually cooler in the morning. And if it is cooler, that means there is less chance for the water to evaporate, meaning that there is more chance for the water to make it down into the root zone and actually make it to our plants. So, step number 1, make sure you water early in the morning or as early in the morning as possible. So if you have a sprinkler system, a drip system set up on a timer, you want to go ahead and get the water into your garden or get the cycle started 5 a.m. or so. All right. I don't know how many zones or sections you have in your garden, but again, if you have a timer, drip system, go ahead, set it 4 or 5 in the morning. And by the time you wake up and go outside, your garden would have already been watered for the day, and it's basically set up to succeed, right? You're starting it off on the right foot. Therefore, you should have less fluctuation of the water level in the soil. So then your plants should be able to withstand a lot of the summer heat better if you're watering early in the morning. Now, step number 2 is to make sure that you are watering at the base of the plant. All right. Some plants like overhead watering, right? That's the grab the hose, spray it in the air, get water all on the leaves. Some plants actually like that. But there are other plants that prefer to keep their leaves as dry as possible. Those are plants like your tomatoes, your cucumbers, your squash, your melons. Keeping the water off of the leaves will help keep your plants healthier and alive longer. It helps stopping the spread of diseases like blight and powdery mildew. All right, imagine I have a plant that is exhibiting signs of powdery mildew. I take the hose and I spray the hose on the plant, and it knocks the spores, and those spores travel and they land on other leaves or other plants. See, now I have just spread whatever disease, fungus problems I am having in my garden. I just spread that throughout my entire garden or to other plants in the garden. So watering at the base of your plant helps avoid those issues. Also, like I mentioned, some plants like to have their leaves wet, and some plants like it, they're not affected by the fact that you spray the leaves. While that may be true, all plants love to be watered at the base. So do yourself a favor and, if possible, install a drip irrigation system that's just dropping the water right there at the root zone. All right. Step number 3 is to know your crops. And what does that actually mean? Well, when I say know your crops, I'm telling you, or I'm asking you, or really I'm just saying, not every plant needs the same amount of water, okay? So By knowing my crops, I know which plants need to be watered, which plants have shallow roots, which plants have deeper roots, which plants can work with just short, quick waterings, light waterings that touch the top of the soil versus other plants that need slow, deep waterings, multiple inches of water a week. So it is extremely important to know your crops, know what you're planting, know how much water they need. That is the third step on how to water your garden properly. Now, the fourth and final step is to make sure that you water your plants deeply and less frequently. So this is another benefit, or this is another reason why you'll hear me and other people talk so or speak so highly of drip irrigation systems. Drip irrigation systems come on and they drop just a little bit of water in one spot. And as that water hits that one spot, it works its way down into the soil, and then that water ring or the area that is moist begins to spread out. Now, this is great for watering deeply and less frequently because that water is concentrated at the root zone, and because it is only hitting one spot, all of that water is going to work its way down deeply into the root zone. Now, watering deeply helps you and helps your plants become stronger, because if I'm able to drop water deep into the ground, then what I'm able to do is really just cause the roots to grow down and grow out in search of more water. And that usually means they develop a stronger, more extensive root system. And 9 times out of 10, plants with a stronger, more extensive root system seem to grow better and produce better, right? That's it. So those are 4 tips to help you water your garden properly. If you enjoyed the show, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, tell a friend. Let me know if you guys are enjoying these short little tips or these short little episodes where we get in here and just kind of knock out some really good information about helping people become better gardeners. If you're liking it, please leave me a comment down below. If not, tell me what I can do better. That's it. Until next time, you know what to do. Check the shirt and just grow it. Let's go. Before I let you go, I need you to do more than one thing. First, I need you to like, comment, subscribe to the podcast. Second, I need you to tell a friend or two about the show if you enjoyed it. And if you have anybody you think I need to talk to, I should interview, send the name over, put it in the comments, or send me an email, igrow@BigCityGardener. And check me out, man, on Instagram and on all social media platforms, Big City Gardener. We out. Oh, almost forgot. Just grow it.